Hey everyone, so I've seen some people ask in the group recently pretty much like how do they save money? And it's such a great question to ask because a lot of people and you'll see it everywhere, a lot of people just really whatever they make, it goes straight into like it straight away becomes an expense. And that's great if you want to have fun and live in the moment, but I personally think it's quite short-term thinking and um I'm under the impression that within the next few years, things like the pension and those sorts of things will phase out, and you really have to start thinking about your money and how to control your financial situation. So, I'm going to share things that have helped me over the past, I'd say, 3 to 5 years. Basically, how I've like a mindset shift, which I'm going to share quite soon, that's allowed me to just save money and think of money differently. Because a lot of people really just think of money and see money as a weapon. Um, but I honestly think money's a tool. Money can be a weapon if you use it as a weapon, but um, you really only, like, I like to think of it this way. If people say money makes you an asshole and all those sorts of things, but if the way I think of money is if you're an asshole when you were broke or when you had no money or not much money, and you get more money and become rich, then you're going to be an even bigger asshole. Now, if you when you had no money, you helped people, you did like community service, you were just nice in general, then having money is just going to make you even nicer. So in that sense, money does not make you evil, it just amplifies who you are in your current situation. Um, Before I get into now, I'm going to get into my mindset switch soon, but there's some things you need to take into account. Putting things into perspective when saving money. I'm really, really frugal with my money and I'm actually quite protective of my money. I kind of structure the way I save it and what I do with it. And putting things into perspective, like if you went to McDonald's and spent $20 at McDonald's, when you actually think about it, if you're earning over, I think it's $18,600 in Australia at least, which is the tax threshold, if you're earning over that, if you went to McDonald's and spent $20, in reality, that $20 is actually $27 before tax of income. Now, for most people, $27 is probably like, for the young people at least, that's 2 hours of work. Now, if you're only working part-time doing 20 hours a week, that's 10% of your wage. Um, and it stuns me how people um, do not want to sacrifice for the next 1 to 5 years and get ahead, but they'll happily work for um, until the day they die, um, in doing something they don't like. So it's just about having a different way of thinking. Now, another thing that I also like to think about when people say that it's harder to get ahead is that how easy is it from all the videos that I've shared, and even just in general, when you think about it, how hard, like if I ask you this question right now, how hard is it to make $10 to $20 a day? It's not really that hard. I mean, like you could even just go to like supermarkets and collect the $2 coins and the trolleys and stuff and do five of those and you made $10 a day. But what people don't think about is that if you did that every single day for a year, that's $3,6500 or $3,650. That's a lot of money. And you did it $20 a day, that's $7,300 that you could be making. So it's just those little adjustments that you can make to actually realize that yes, you can make more money. But for those people wondering about how to actually save money, I like to think of money quite differently. The reason I'm so protective of my money is because of this mindset shift that I've had where I think of my money as an employee. Okay? Most people think of their money and see their money, they make $20 an hour, it comes in, and they may save up $300-400, and then they see that $300-400 as a meal at McDonald's or a new pair of Yeezys or like new pair of shoes or like a new car or a new jacket or something. But I see my money as an employee, and what I mean by that is $1 earned to me is not $1. $1 earned is one employee. And to make it like for you guys to understand that, $1 to me is really 5 to 10% extra money. I don't think I explained that well, but like what I mean is my money is an employee to me because I go out and make my money work for me. Okay? I put my money in things like stocks, crypto, business, and soon real estate. And by doing that, my money is actually going out and making me an additional 5 to 10% per annum, um, extra money. So when you start structuring your money and making you feel and viewing your money as your employee, it's actually like thinking of making your money like a business. So you're pretty much running a business because you don't physically have, I mean, not all business, but you don't physically have to be there if you're investing your money in these sorts of things. Because by investing your money in other things, you're essentially making your money go out to work for you by investing it in these things. And by having that, I mean, like I said before, you can invest in stocks, currencies, precious metals, business, real estate, collectibles, crypto. Um, and by doing that, say you earn $50,000 or you earn $80,000 a year, and then you manage to save $50,000 by living below your means for a few years. $50,000 isn't just the value of $50,000. To me, $50,000 is 5 to 10% per year, every single year, compounded for the rest of your life. So when you think about that, is if you have $50,000 and you put that into a $300,000 house, I mean, by doing like a 10% down payment, LMI or whatever, you have to think of it that like that $50,000 is actually an extra 10% of that money every single year for the rest of your life. So think of it like you have to do what others won't so that you can have what others don't. I think I got that. Yeah. Or doing what others don't so you can have what others won't. Um, just making your money work for you and making your money your employee. Instead of just going out and spending your money, you wouldn't run a business by having, say you had 15 employees and you're making X amount of dollars per year, or per week or whatever, with 15 staff members on. Imagine what would happen if you started getting rid of your staff members. Your productivity is going to decrease because you have less people to carry the same workload. And then you're going to lose customers and those sorts of things. So why are you like, it just makes no sense why you would think of your money in any different way. Like the less money you have, the less employees technically you have. And that's just a mind, I mean, and I have nothing wrong with people going out and having fun, and those sorts of things, but just that small mindset shift. And for me, it was not one particular, people think it's some jazzy way on how to do it, but for me, it was just that one mindset shift of thinking of my money as an employee that I can have and deploy into other assets or investments that can make me additional money every single day, every single month, every single year for the rest of my life. And so when you have that shift in mindset, it becomes very hard to actually go out and not waste money, because yes, we all need to have fun, but just longer term thinking, not spending it now and investing it now so that you can have fun later. And that's just honestly how I think of it. Now, I'd like to really hear what you guys think, because we all have different opinions and thoughts on this. But yeah, it's just a really interesting shift that I actually learned from a realtor, Graham Stephan. You can find him on YouTube, and he pretty much talked about that mindset shift of just thinking of your money quite differently. So it's an interesting topic, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. But yeah, I just saw heaps of comments, and I thought I'd make a video about it because it's really interesting. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and got something out of it, and just let me know what you think. Do you guys think of money as an employee, or do you think of it, I don't know, like let me know. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.